The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you. Or wonders they say shall never cease to happen. For decades, Africans have grown with the mentality that we have people outside of the continent that will always come and set us free, especially when things are not moving well for us. We always tend to call on international bodies to come into Africa to solve our problems because we believe that they are the ones who can change the narrative, and they have also projected themselves to the world that they are here to see to it that everybody is okay. But Kwesi Pratt Jr. has a message for all of us. That Donald Trump was asked about the suffering of the people in the United States of America, and if nothing is done, he could lose the midterm election. And he went ahead to tell the people that he doesn't care about the suffering of the people in the United States of America. What he cares about is stopping Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. And Junior went ahead to tell us that there were people in Iran who actually betrayed their own country and believe that the United States of America is coming to save them and give them a better life. How do people point a finger at their own leadership when they know very well that the sanctions that were placed on Iran were from the same people who claim they are coming to save them? If these people really wanted the people in Iran to have a better life, why didn't they lift the sanctions? And that people should wake up, because that American dream will never come to pass. And that people in Iran have also realized that what they are wishing for will never come. And the true person who is behind their suffering.
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody.
When Donald Trump's attention is drawn to the fact that the American people are suffering, and that because the American people are suffering, he's likely to lose the midterm elections, his response is very simple. He says he does not care about the suffering of the American people, and that he's more concerned about stopping Iran from possessing nuclear weapons than the suffering of his people. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting because before the war was launched on Iran, the Americans and the Israelis had supported those Iranians who were legitimately protesting against the rise in prices in Iran. Legitimate grievance, okay? And they had promised to bring them relief. Now, if the Americans and the Israelis cannot bring relief to their own people, how do they bring relief to the Iranian people? In any case, the economic situation in Iran is the result of sabotage by the United States and its allies, especially Israel. You cannot impose sanctions on a country, you cannot sabotage the economy of a country and expect prices to come down. So those who are protesting in Iran against rising prices and so on ought to have directed their protests against the major powers who were responsible for the escalating prices in Iran, but they didn't. It is interesting that some Iranian citizens were actually willing to betray their own country, and they did dream that one day the United States of America would save them along with Israel. Today, it is clear that their dreams would never come true. Today, many of them are beginning to realize that the real enemy is the Zionists, the real enemy is imperialism, and the real enemy is the United States of America. One of the very first strikes involving the use of Tomahawk missiles actually struck a girls' school. More than 100 school children were killed in the process. None of these school children was a minister in the Iranian government. None of these school children was a religious leader. These were innocent children who were killed. Today, as a result of this senseless war of aggression waged by the Zionists and the Americans, the Iranian situation is getting worse. Prices are skyrocketing. Iran is not able to sell its oil and so on. So, war of aggression, the war of the imperialists, has proven that it cannot resolve the concrete problems of the Iranian people, and that only the Iranian people, under the revolutionary leadership, can change the situation of the Iranian people, and advance forward. As we speak, America has lost the war. It is obvious that America has lost the war. America has been totally disgraced in this war because none of the objectives that the Americans set with the Israelis have been achieved. They claimed that they wanted regime change. There has been no regime change in Iran. And indeed, Donald Trump, in a desperate attempt to please the American people, or a small section of the American people, that the war aims have been achieved, says that there has been regime change in Iran. And when asked what regime change really is, he points to the few leaders that they massacred, that they killed against international law and so on. So there's been no regime change in Iran. Iran continues to thrive. Iran is doing all in its power to ensure that nobody bullies it, no country bullies Iran. That objective of the war has been totally defeated. As of last night, the Americans were still begging for the Iranians to stop their nuclear enrichment program, and the Iranians have said, to hell with you. It will not happen. Nothing will compel us to exercise our legitimate right to enrich uranium for peaceful purposes. And Iran has refused. Donald Trump has been shouting all over the place that the Iranian position is unacceptable. But unlike a couple of months ago, when he was threatening hell and brimstone, now he says that war does not look like a feasible option because they have tasted pepper. They've seen the strength of the Iranian people and they know that it is adventurous for them to try that. As Sanders said, the preparation for this war has lasted more than 40 years. The Americans have been building bases in the Gulf. They have been trying to surround Iran so that in event of war, they were going to mobilize all the resources they had in the region against Iran. In this last war, Iran has completely destroyed 16 military bases of the United States of America in the Gulf, to the extent that at one point, the Americans were operating blindly because their satellite systems had been completely destroyed. Indeed, some of the most sophisticated aircraft of the United States of America have been destroyed in this war. And today, the United States of America is much, much weaker in the Gulf region than it has ever been for the last 40 years. Donald Trump and his advisors have been boasting that they have completely crippled the Iranian Navy, that there's nothing like the Iranian Navy anymore. They've destroyed the Iranian armed forces and they can do as they please. They have imposed a blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. And a couple of days ago, when they tried to reinforce that blockade, the United States Navy came under heavy fire from the Iranian Navy. And indeed, the United States Navy vessels had to run away from the fight. Clearly, the United States has not been able to achieve its objective of subduing the Iranian Revolution and bringing the resistance in the region to its knees. And it will never be able to do that. Today, we of the Socialist Movement of Ghana, we want to declare our full solidarity with the people of Iran and to tell the people of Iran and the government of Iran that we stand shoulder to shoulder with them in this bold confrontation with imperialism. No matter what happens, we shall build a new world of equal nations, a new world in which no nation dictates to the other what its domestic policy should be, a new world in which the resources of different countries will belong to their people and will be exploited for the benefit of their people. We, together with Iran, together with China, and together with all the anti-imperialist forces, will build a new world in which nobody, no country, no people will be subordinate to the other. This is our task, and we will succeed in building this new world.
This goes to us in Africa as well, because a lot of us still have the notion that when things are not going on well, we need these people to come here. Look at what he said he was coming to do in Nigeria, and our brothers and sisters in Nigeria were so excited, calling on him to come. And after the bombardment that happened on the 25th of December, we still see that Nigerians are still suffering. What they claim they are coming to neutralize never happened. So we need to understand the people that we are dealing with in this world. They come into every country with their agenda. They have every story to tell you to believe. If they don't tell you they are coming to save you, how would you now allow them to come and do what they want to do in the first place? This is the same thing that we are seeing happening in the Sahel state, whereby we have people who are still ready to sell their countries. Look at the coordinated attack that happened on the 25th of April 2026. The people who pledged to protect their country sold their country out, the security, for peanuts, simple because they believe or they are told that they will come and save them from the military leader who is fighting to protect the people in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Make sure the resources are used to benefit them. It's not like they have finished solving the problems of their people. It's not like that. Their people are suffering more than we are. But, like Donald Trump said, he doesn't care about that. If you are suffering in the United States of America, that's your problem. These are the same people at the same time who will come out and tell us Africans are suffering, our leaders are not doing ABC, and for that matter, they need to move these leaders, especially the Sahelian leaders, that because they are not practicing democracy, the people in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are suffering. This is the picture they will preach to you. Like Kwesi Pratt is saying, now we know them for who they are. Because if truly these people are looking out for your interests, they'll first of all take care of their own people and not leave their own people who are paying the taxes that they will use that money to come and help you. We have to understand the world in which we find ourselves. That nobody will come to your aid. Nobody will come and protect you. You are your own protector, your own savior. As Africans, we need to fight for self-dependency and not to be looking out for people to come here and set us free. They have not been able to take care of their people. Is it you that they will come and take care of? We saw what happened in Iran. We saw what happened in Venezuela. The way a lot of people were so excited that finally they have come to save them. At the end of the day, the resources that they are looking for is out. And the people who supported what happened against Nicolas Maduro will not be in tears because that's suffering. You will get it times 10. If Iranians shouldn't have stood firm, it's the same thing they'll go through. And look at the example that he gave about the school children. Over 100 of them were taken out by the same people who were pointing fingers at Mojtaba Khamenei, the former supreme leader, that he was unaliving his people. Look at the number that they gave out. And that gave them the justification to go and save the people. If these people cannot save their people, is it you that is outside that they will come and save? If the people that are paying the taxes are not being taken care of, is it you that is sitting outside of their country that they will use that money to come and take care of you or save you? Save you from who as Africans? I hope we are learning. I hope we are seeing. I hope everything is connecting or we are connecting the dots. To unite. Unity is the only thing that will help us. Like the aids they always claim they are giving to us when their own people are suffering. And you have our leaders sitting here telling us how we are going to suffer just simply because they have stopped giving us the aid. When we have the fertile land, when we have the resources that these people are looking for. I hope Africans will wake up and stop being dependent. See reasons, see things the way they are. Because things are no longer hiding thanks to social media. Whatever that happens, we get to know. And if we continue to stay here waiting for people to come and set us free, I wonder when the African will get his or her true independence. Dependency will never send us anywhere. A borrowed garment can never keep you warm. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Ghana.